Hey guys, time for a quick shave today. As usual, the Zenith B35, the timeless stainless steel 68 gap open comb, the Chiseled Face Midnight Stag soap. We'll also have the splash and cologne of the same scent, and the Nacet 526 uses, I think, is what we are on. And so today, right now, is going to be 527, I think. Just a little quick shave late at night here. My eyes are all bugged out, ready to go to bed. Show you the Nacet before we get too deep into things. The little identifying marks and all that. Yesterday's shave was to kind of see if this Slurry Lather method might be a good one if you have the ring of death. Sometimes you have to, load for longer if you have your soap spread out like this, as the soap is about to die. And so, yes, the first shave on that, using that method, did say that it would be good. It didn't take too many swirls at all to pick up enough soap. And so this is going to be confirmation. And what I might do after that, I haven't decided for sure. With my just a few other shaves left in this month on this soap, what am I going to do? I thought I would do a full tilt bowl lather. I don't know that I've done that. I've been playing around with the Slurry Lather so much. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 10 of these swirls at the last shave, and I had plenty of lather. A thought that I think I've kind of figured out is that right now it's laying down, the tips are laying down the soap right on my skin, and then normally that would be a little too drying, right? But the brush is just so full of water, and you can kind of see how wet it is, that it keeps it from being drying. And the fact that it's right up next to my skin means that it's super, super slick. And I think that is why the Slurry Lather method works like it does for me. At least on this base. I've tried it with, I think, 3 or 4 other bases, and it works well. I look forward to more experimentation. Quick first pass. Doesn't have to take a while, because you can rely on the future passes to pick up where you might have missed. A little bit of water, and then I know that the Slurry Lather method works well with this boar brush. Obviously, this is kind of it's a large boar brush, and it's also kind of short and chubby, scrubby, that kind of ratio. But I know it also works well with the Samoga Owners Club, which is the opposite. It has long loft, relatively speaking, big splay, much softer, and it is actually the brush I was using when I kind of discovered, I think, the the Slurry Lather method, and it's definitely what I used last year around this time to hone the Slurry Lather a little bit. Now a little bit of water now on my face. Third pass, final pass, so I can, get some of this side lather if I want to. You can see as if I press down harder, you can kind of see it creating a more mature normal lather with all that agitation. I don't really need that right now because I'm done. That's 3 passes. So many times over the last couple years, because my life has just changed. I've gotten older. I think when I started in this hobby, I was a significantly amount younger. I was just in a different life stage where maybe I had more energy at the end of the day. And now I'm older, and so even though I really enjoy shaving, I have to prioritize other things, and then it's really late in the evening. Do I want to shave, or do I just want to go to bed? And so I'm just at a different stage now where a lot of times I've just gone to bed. But tonight was a great example of, in the past, before the Slurry Lather method came about, I didn't want to spend 35 minutes, half an hour in the bathroom doing a shave with the Slurry Lather. However, I know that we're just looking at about a 10-minute shave, and we're all done. And so I know that even if I'm really tired, even if I want to go to bed, I can still manage this much time, right? And cleaning up the brush, rinsing it really well, and then stropping it on a towel. And this is what it looks like. The splay is gradually increasing slowly, but you can see by just this width, and it's a very thick knot, 31 millimeters I think, and even with the short scrubby, that width gives it a nice spread across your face, and that's even, of course, unpressed. And you are able to press it maybe 33%, a third, something like that, pretty easily and comfortably. Obviously, you could go more if you wanted to press harder, but that's plenty to give you a nice, comfortable lather build-up brush on face experience. And so I am glad I bought that brush. Let's do the splash here. It will be strange in a few days when I'm using other products after the shave. One of the nice things about Austere August is for guys like me who have larger collections, you can just not worry about thinking and wondering what you're going to use, because it's going to be the same every day. Chiseled Face Midnight Stag After cologne, or fragrance as we like to call it, and we're less than halfway full there. If you have never gotten the cologne of one of your favorite soap scents, consider it, because in this case, this brings about it brings out different aspects to the scent that the soap and the aftershave can't, and it's the truest expression of the intention of the fragrance maker. And the the roastiness, the wood, the leather, there are pieces. I think it's the wood that particularly comes out, and the smokiness in the cologne, that it's not there at all in the soap or the splash. The splash is very hindered because it has menthol in it, and that really affects the fragrance, really affects the smell. And so if you only have the splash, then you're just really not getting the power of the Midnight Stag scent and the character that it has. And then, of course, the soap is notorious, and not just for Chiseled Face, but all shaving makers. The soap just muddles some of the part of the fragrance. Now, usually they're able to make enough of them come out to where you enjoy it, right? But there's so much nuance that you're not going to get out of the soap. And so on your favorites, think about the cologne. Also, it lasts a long time. If you need to choose, see, what I would do is I might get a witch hazel toner, or an unscented balm, or a kind of a basic balm that Sterling has their balms in this kind of container. And if you got a kind of a core balm like lavender or some kind of wood, agar, something like that, then it would go with so many of your scents, and you could have the soap and then a generic balm and then the fragrance. So you're not spending big money on aftershaves for every one of your soaps, right? And this will last longer than the aftershave as well. And so that helps it to be, kind of affordable, comparable. So that's my advice, is to consider that if you could afford it. And that is the shave for today. I'm going to put my little black dot on there now, and with my Sharpie, and I have to do it very slowly and methodically because, as you can see, I've got a lot on there, and I want them all to be aligned so that it's easy to keep track of the numbers. I don't want the pen to slip or anything like that, so I take my time and I do it carefully. And so the Nacet clocks up another one. I think I'm going to get it to 550 or so before I send it away to a friend, Mr. Gallant, before I send it to him to have him look at it with his microscope. Be fun to see what he is able to uncover about that blade edge. That's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. Good night.